Yo, 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 buenos dias, buenos dias, buenos dias. We're back with Garen Associates and podcast number 7.
Morning, good morning. Let's go, let's go. We are super excited today because we got the one and only Julio,
El duro.
who's killing the game right now in Charlotte and surrounding areas with the wholesaling. He's building a wholesale team. I think not only that, we are super excited here because Garen Associate can really relate with you guys because we've been looking at you for the past what year, I think now,
Yeah,
and we have gone to some of your events that you guys host here in Charlotte. But what we love more than anything is how you guys are passionate about it and how you guys truly believe in giving back to the community or not just taking advantage, but educating them or making the right decision so they don't make the mistakes that maybe you make a year ago, 2 years ago, right?
yep,
And we're gonna do the same thing on on helping families buy the first home. So a lot of people think like there's competition, but what I like about you too is that you also believe in collaboration over competition, right? So I'm excited for this podcast.
absolutely,
Thank you, Julio,
absolutely.
for having
So,
you in your place as well.
yeah, man, absolutely. And Julio, we know who you are. We know what you're doing out here in the Charlotte market, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are viewing who already know who you are. But for those who don't know you, give them a little bit about what you do, your brand. It is I Am Legacy,
Yep.
right? The name of
Yep.
the
Yes,
brand.
sir.
So if you can maybe just let us know, or let for the people that don't know what you do, man, just quick introduction of where you from, man, and what is this brand that you're building of I Am Legacy?
Awesome. First of all, man, thanks you guys. Thanks to you two for having us on your podcast, man.
Absolutely.
The whole team that you guys got behind you. And yeah, man. So I Am Legacy started as a way to help people out with when talking about underserved communities,
Yeah.
talking about just financial education that us as Latinos or most minorities don't get that financial educations, right? For us, it's just like, oh, we got to figure out, we got to learn our own, we got to make it happen. We have to. So now it's like, all right, let's give people the resources that they need to come up on top, man, to make sure that we all win. Because this game, dude, it's not made for one person to win. I can help you guys can
Hmm.
help me, and we can all win, right? I don't have to
Yeah.
knock you guys down to be number one. And that's what I want people to know, man, that hey, first of all, it's possible, dude. This is the American dream that can be true for everybody.
100%.
And then yeah, let's just give people the resources they need to make it happen, man, because we're already the hardest working people out there, right?
Yes, sir.
So now let's just get educated with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I Am Legacy started around 4 years ago.
No. So Atlas Property Solutions, which is the investment side of the
Okay.
business. Yeah, Atlas Property Solutions is where we buy properties, wholesale, fix and flip, Airbnb, rentals, midterm, long term, whatever we got to do there. Land, new builds, all that there. But it all started from wholesaling, and then about halfway through that journey, dude, we realized that hey, like all the information that I was able to get in English doesn't exist in Spanish. It's not
100%.
out there.
Yeah.
So I was like,
100%.
all right. So one, people are out here with $300,000 underneath their couch or underneath their bed, and they don't realize how dangerous and kind of dumb that is, dude. So we're trying to figure out, and it's not because they're dumb people, but it's because that financial education is not there.
Yeah.
But what happens if your house burned down, bro? What happens if you're like, what happens if somebody breaks into your house and takes all that money, dude?
Yeah.
Like it's gone, right?
Absolutely.
And it's not because of what they grew up with, but in our countries, like you can't trust the banking system, right? You can't
Yeah.
trust a lot of things that it is like that. So I get why they do it, but now it's time to change it up, man.
Hmm.
Let's make it
So
change.
Atlas Property started first.
Yep, 4 years
Okay.
ago, I Am Legacy started about 2 years ago. Actually.
Okay. And
Yep.
how did Atlas Property start?
Just out of necessity, man. I was tired of I was in the car business before, dude. I wanted to get into. I originally moved to Charlotte about 9 to 10 years ago to start in the real estate industry because at that point I was around 21, 22. I had a small sports gym that I had at the time. Like I did indoor soccer leagues, basketball leagues, volleyball leagues, workout classes, all that inside a warehouse. And
You
I
were
was
hosting them?
yeah. I
Yeah.
rented a warehouse, had all these people doing it. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
this
pretty
man been
cool.
hustling forever, bro.
It was cool, bro. But all that happens at night when everybody's off work. It does nothing in the mornings. Like so my I was lazy. My people like I would do nothing all day. So I was like, all right. And then one day, I heard a real estate ad like, "Hey, if you're trying to want to learn how to, invest in real estate with no money, come to this seminar." And it was here in Charlotte, bro. First, I'm from Thomasville, North Carolina, which is a small town, dude. About 20,000 people, 15,000 people population, so tiny ass little town, bro. Everybody knew everybody. So first time getting out of there was coming to Charlotte, and I was like, "Shit, dude, this is awesome, right?
Yeah.
Like this is it." I fell in love right away, man. I so then I came to see seminar 3 days. I did it. It was awesome. I loved real estate from the first time I got into it, dude. And then I went back home that day. It was a Sunday when the seminar ended. So I went home, and at home I told my mom, I was like, "My mom, me voy by Charlotte." And she's like, "Yeah, whatever, estás loco, look." Yeah, yeah. She's like, she because I've always been like that. So she's like, "Yeah, whatever, estás loco." And then Monday I show up with a U-Haul truck, dude. So
No
yeah,
way,
yeah. So
bro.
pack out at that time, se puso a llorar and cry and everything, which, sucked, but she knew it was the best thing I could have done, dude. I moved to Charlotte to try to get into real estate with the little bit of money I had saved up. And I realized real quick that I need a lot more than, just 20 grand, 30 grand to be able to compete in this market. At least that's what I thought, because I thought I could buy and sell a house for 30 grand, dude. And it wasn't going to happen, even though I probably could have back then. Houses in Charlotte were cheap as hell. But I just didn't have the resources, the knowledge, or the
Mhm.
connections. And I offered to work for free for a lot of people, dude. I just want to learn. And everybody said no. So at that point, I was like, okay, I'm already in Charlotte. I don't want to go back. I like it here. I was like, what's the next thing I can start flipping? That's legal, right? And cars popped up, bro. So I started buying cars on Craigslist. Yeah. So,
Man, there's a lot of things you can flip, bro.
yeah, exactly. So
You were in the car. You started doing the cars on Craigslist.
yeah, Craigslist, bro. I
Mhm.
bought my first car for like $900. We cleaned it up, detailed it, oil change, whatever. Put about 200 into it, and we sold it for 2,500, bro. So we made a pretty little penny. So that was it, dude. Then I got into it where we just started flipping a bunch of cars, bro. Eventually, some guy was like, "Hey," we went to the auction, bought a bunch of cars there, and some guy was like, "Hey, how are you selling so many, cars? Where's your lot at?" I was like, "Dude, I do this for my apartment complex." Yeah, dude, like, it was bad, bro. We had so many cars, bro, that they were trying to take our cars, like, they would tow our cars away.
You had them at the apartment
Yeah, yeah, like,
complex?
store out through everywhere. I would have to rent a bunch of, garages and stuff like that to put them in there. But it was cool, dude, it was cool. And then the guy was like, "Well, I got a car lot. I'm gonna close it down because we've only sold, 14 cars. Second year, 13 the first year. So I'm like, I don't want to do it no more." I was like, "Well, I'll do it, but what do you want?" And he's like, "Well, pay my rent and then give me $100 per car, $125 per car." I was like, "Cool, let's do it." So, and it was his building, so I was paying him rent. I was just crazy, but so I got to the point where I'm like, "Hey, like, let's get to work." Remember his second year, he had sold 14 cars. Our first year there, we sold 183 cars.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so if
Yo,
you do the math, dude,
that's
that's yeah.
wild,
You think
bro.
you always had the hustling in you?
Oh, always, bro. Always. It's a mindset. I don't think it's a hustle. I think it's a mindset,
Okay.
bro. I
Mhm.
think there's people that are born with it,
Mhm.
but that's not necessarily a good or bad thing, bro. Like, cause regardless of what mindset you're in now,
Yeah.
you can what I got, you can change your mindset to become that,
What
right?
is that mindset?
Like, which is hungry, dude. Hungry.
Hungry.
Yeah. Like I'm never gonna settle. Like, even
Yeah.
if I've came to peace with that, like
Yeah.
a lot of times I'm like, dude, I wanna have a regular life, be okay with a
Yeah.
9 to 5. I wanna do all that, but I just can't. That's not me, dude.
Yeah. I'm a true believer that, and I share this with the team all the time is I ask myself every day if I'm a better person than I was yesterday. I
Yeah.
tell everybody, ask yourself if you're a better person. And that's my mindset, right? My mindset at the end of the day is how can I be a better person? How can I become better, right? And it's not getting comfortable. So I think
Mhm.
I love that because, and thank you for sharing that because a lot of people, they look at your success right now. They look at what you're doing right now, right? And all the knowledge and everything that how you educated, but they don't know that this is not a 2 year thing or 4 year thing. This is the person you are right now is probably a person that you've been trying to work on for probably the past 10 years, right? At least for my, at least for I talk to almost the we had great success, right? Everyone's like, "Oh wow, you're killing it again, you're doing this," but they don't know that this change started probably 12 years ago, right?
100%.
Yeah. So thank
100%.
you for sharing that.
So you sold 100 plus cars the first year, man, and then what happened?
Yeah, so it's we did the more than second years 250, 300, something like that. The next year after that, dude, it was the guy came back from super nice guy. I'm never gonna talk bad about him, dude. He wanted to, but do the math. He was making good money, dude, traveling the world, stuff like that. He's super. He gave me the opportunity I needed, so I'm always grateful for that. But at one point, when he got back from traveling the world, Europe, all this other stuff, he wanted to be back in the car business. He's like, "Well, dude, now I want to be back in. So now I don't want just a 125 or whatever I want. I want half, but I'm gonna be here with you." But like, we can't have your brother and your like my sister and my brother-in-law were with me, and he's like, "So they're gonna have to go." I was like, "Well, I mean, I'm gonna go." So I walked out, left him keys, left him everything. I opened another one. That one went good. I got out of that one because at that point I was getting tired of the car business, dude. That one we were selling 100 cars a month. Yeah, we were like, I think we were always like one or two with the highest sold vehicles of independent dealerships in North Carolina. And then that was a shit show, dude.
That's
So yeah,
wild,
dude,
bro.
it was crazy. It was pretty bad. Because I mean, that's a lot of work, dude. That's a lot of work. But we did that a few months, and I was burnt out. So I gave my partner that one, the one that I had opened with super nice guy as well. I left him that and opened a more of a showroom type deal. So I got a warehouse, parked a bunch of cars in it, put up some TV, some couches, and that was my hangout spot. So I would hang out there, sell a bunch of cars. But I would sell a lot less cars, but bigger profits and less stress, right? I would be like, all right, now I'm here, playing my game, chilling till somebody shows up, and then sell the car, and that's it. But I thought I was gonna be okay with that, dude, but I wasn't. Like at one point, I was like, dude, I need more. So, and I'm not talking about more money or
Yeah.
more things, even though the car business makes money, dude, but not the type of money that people think.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're still trading your time for money,
Right.
right? Like go to the auction at 6 in the morning, get the cars back, fix them, sell
Yeah.
them, clean them, do all this stuff, and you're still trading your full days. And then when do people buy cars, bro?
Weekends.
Weekends.
Yeah.
Like my weekends were gone every weekend.
Yeah.
So I remember on my birthday, dude, some lady came in. She's like, "Hey, I'm gonna sue you guys. I bought this car. I bought this minivan from you guys, and the eco light comes on, and the windshield wipers make noise, and the brake light went out." And I was like, "Lady, if you don't get the out of here, right?" Like, 'cause I'm like,
No,
"Okay,
Manuchona, the
yeah, like,
minivan.
yeah, like your eco light goes off and on because it's supposed to go off and on when you hit your gas, lady. Like, and then it's your windshield wipers or windshield. Go get some windshield wipers and some new tail lights, or like." But for whatever reason, dude, I've had way worse than that. But that specific incident, bro, on my birthday or something like that, I was like, I'm done. And I told Maria, I was like, Maria, I'm selling this thing. She starts freaking out. Like, she's like, no, like, what are we supposed to be doing? Like, this is where we make money, blah, 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 this stuff. I was like, I don't know what we're going to do, but I know I'm not going to do this. So I remember always been interested in real estate.
So from the day that you took the class, because then you took that 3-day course like way before that,
Yeah,
right?
way
So when
before.
did you take the course and into like where we're at now? What does that timeline look like? Like 4
So
years, 3 years?
yeah, 3 years, dude. So I sold cars about 4 years, dude. So yeah, about 4 years from the time I took the class. 4 years in, 5 years in, I started the real estate thing, dude. Because that December, I was like, I want to get in real estate. How do I do it without money? Because I was using my own money to buy the cars, do all this, and wholesaling came up, max with wholesaling, and that was it, dude. That I got obsessed, like I do with everything else, and I went all in, dude. So I YouTube while I slept, showered, worked out, whatever I was doing, YouTube, real estate, man.
So this is the part where I want to start. So you're starting wholesaling, right? And with how much money did you start it? How was your first deal? And you say, where did you get all the knowledge from, all the information to start your first deal?
So, like I said, YouTube for me, bro, is the strongest thing that you can have out there.
And it's free.
No matter what you do, man, no matter what you do, right? And it's free, like you said. And the thing is, like, that's exactly why we started I'm Legacy, bro, because the information that I got from YouTube wasn't out there in Spanish, dude. And people want to do stuff like me, like they wanted to do the same thing. So YouTube for me was YouTube University, and I went to college, dude. I went to college for 2 days before I was like, "Yo, this is bullshit." Like, I walked, and I got I didn't have to pay for it, dude.
Yeah.
So I could have stayed there and had fun and do all this, but it's like for me, it's always been like, dude, I need more, bro. I need more. I need and never money, bro. For me, money is like the least relevant um case. It's more of a byproduct of what I want to do, right? But from I want when I say I want more, I want something bigger, bro, bigger than myself, right? Bigger than what I do, the intentions I have of helping people have always been the same thing as like you guys say, the hustle is what has always been on me. So has helping people, bro. Like I would show up, like my poor mom, my mom, if she's watching this, the best mom in the world, dude. Like,
That's
but I would
amazing.
show up home at 12 years old with homeless people, bro.
That's wild,
Yeah, dude. And
man.
I did it multiple times, dude. And then the last one was like some lady that I saw at a laundromat with her 2 sons. She was crying, bro. So I brought her home because her husband was beating her and her kids too. So they ran away, and we got them help. The police sent her to Texas to live with her family with some protection thing. And but that time she's like, Julio, if you bring another person home, kick you out with those people, right? Like,
She was in there cooking for him and
yeah,
everything.
well, the rooms, cleaning, like washing,
Man, I
like
know they
everything.
was eating good too.
Yeah, the best cook in the world, bro.
Well, maybe
Best cook.
that's also, you have that leadership in you, and that's why
Mhm.
you also have great success, right?
Yeah.
We true believer that if you do good, good is gonna come back to
Mhm.
you,
Mhm.
right? So no, man, great for you, and I love that you mentioned your mom because we're mama boys here. So
100%.
see,
Mama, we made it.
Yeah, I got to, bro. Got to, man. Without women like that, dude, like we
100%.
we ain't shit, dude.
Yep,
Yeah, we
100%.
ain't nothing, man.
100%. So you started looking at YouTube videos,
YouTube, yeah,
see how you can do it without some money.
yeah. So YouTube itself, man, is people overthink and make it more complicated than it is, dude.
Mhm.
Like wholesaling is paperwork, dude. It's paperwork. It's like the power of a contract. I got paid millions of dollars to sell paper, bro. That's it. So it's like, and they were like, "Okay, do this." I would do that. Like, do this, I would do that. I would do this, and one of the things they said is like, "Okay, go on like different Facebook groups, like we buy, like like all the yard sale pages, all the stuff on Facebook, and put a post up there saying, "Hey, I buy ugly houses that need a lot of work, and I pay cash." And at this point, I had like when I got my first call was like 2 weeks after I posted on one of those groups, and at that point I had like $180, bro, in my bank account, something crazy like that.
This 4 years ago, right?
Yeah, this is 4 years ago, dude. $180. Because remember, I buy all the cars by myself, dude.
Mhm.
And it's a high cash, it's a cash rich business, bro. Right. So dealerships are always eating up cash. Um, so at that time when I got that call, I had $180 in my bank account. I get this call on a Sunday. Um, and she's like, "Hey, I got a house. My husband passed away, blah, 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 like all this stuff." And this was only 2 weeks after I posted that. I posted it up at the end of December. And then this was January when I got this call, which was a new year, very slow in the car business during the New Year's. And it was on Sunday. So, and the property was like an hour and a half away from Charlotte, dude, from where I was living at the time. And I was like, dude, I don't have any money, like, and it's like an hour and a half away. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. Like, if it was any other day, I probably would have said no, dude. But it was Sunday, super slow. And that's it, dude. So I went, and I took my boy with me, with somebody that cleaned cars with me. So he went, and I bought cookout on the way. So now I'm like at 160, $170. Right?
Them cookout trades
Yeah,
hit,
dude.
bro.
So, um, I mean, I remember the day like it was yesterday, dude. And then I get there. Oh, and before I went, dude, I took my guy with me because I caught a bunch of other wholesalers. I'm like, "Hey, I'm working on my first deal. Like, I'm gonna blah blah blah. Like, come with me. Like, I'll split it. Like, do all this." And everybody said, "No, bro, because you're new. It's an hour away. Like, I don't
Oh, man.
wanna
Yeah,
waste my time."
right.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll go by myself. So we go, dude. Meet with this lady. She shows us a property. It's like 4 acres of land with a little river running through it, a huge garage, a huge mobile home, double wide mobile home. Super cool property, bro, in Taylorsville, North Carolina. I don't know if past Hickory.
Yeah, bro, that's in the boonies.
Yeah, that's in the boonies out there, dude. So, um, I didn't know what an ARV was. I didn't know what comps were. I didn't know anything, bro. This is just me going what YouTube said, right? So I'm going, so I'm walking the property, doing what I think is right. And the lady probably knew what it was, bro. But um, we get to the point at the end where I'm like, okay, so let's negotiate, right? Like that's the next step. And she's like, yeah, okay, so give me 48,000. I was like, 48,000, I can't do 48, but I'm negotiating. I've always been decent at it because of the car
Yeah,
industry
yeah,
and
yeah.
just the way I am. But then she's like, no, I can't do 38, 38. I mean, I can't do 30. Give me 38. And I was like, cool, let's do it. Because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, bro. But then at this point, I I shake on it and I'm like, shit, what's next? And it's like, all right, the contract is next, right? Like I'm checking out my list. Now I'm looking at for contracts. I call my I'm like, hey, man, I need a contract like ASAP. Like send it to me. Blah blah blah. So she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like
She wasn't in real estate?
No, she wasn't, dude. We were in car
Wait.
business, dude.
Oh, okay, okay.
So we YouTube. I mean, we Google a contract, and the contract, the offer to purchase, I print it out, get it signed, do what like. I'm YouTubing, signing it, like figuring out how to sign it on YouTube, and then she signs it. Like, thank God this lady was my first deal because anybody else would be like, dude, you can't afford shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. So I print it out, we sign it. I give her like $20 because I put
Due diligence?
yeah, due diligence, $20. Or something like that. So now I'm at
Now you're like 140?
yeah, I'm like 140, dude. Um, so I'm all excited, dude. But then I'm like, it's that saying, it's like, how am I gonna get $38,000, dude? Even though I knew the concept of wholesaling, bro, it's always scary, bro, because
Yeah.
now you got somebody's livelihood in your hand too, bro, because it's not a joke when you're wholesaling. Because luckily this lady didn't live there, so that made me feel a little bit better. But when you're when you're when you're have somebody's property under contract and they live there and you tell them in 30 days or less, I'm gonna buy this property from you, we're gonna close on it. Well, they start moving, they quit their jobs, they move, they sign leases somewhere else, they sign property somewhere else, they start boxing everything up. So what I always tell everybody, if you have the intention to buy it, make sure you let them know, because if you can't afford that property, then let them know not to make any plans till this day, right?
Gotcha.
But luckily she didn't live there, man. Because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, dude. Once again, so I agreed to 38,000. I get it on the contract. I go home Sunday. I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do. So next thing you do is like, okay, post it on Facebook groups, like investors group. Well, I didn't get the investors group, so I just posted on marketplace, and I put out marketplace in Charlotte because I lived in Charlotte. So when it popped up for people, it said 4 acres with a huge garage, huge house, in Charlotte for like, I think I had to put it for 48 because I wanted to make 10K. That's my only reason. I didn't check comps, I didn't check anything, bro. 48,000. I was like, I'm happy with 10K, dude. Fuck it. So she hits me, dude. That was Sunday night. Monday morning, I wake up with over 250 messages, dude, from
No
people. Yeah, because
way,
remember,
bro.
it's 4
Yeah, you
acres in
do it 4
Charlotte.
acres in Charlotte,
Yeah.
bro.
So 250 messages, bro. So
This man hit the lottery.
yeah, so I'm like, dude, I was super excited. Because one of the things was like, dude, how am I gonna afford this thing, right? But now I'm like, okay, let's do it. So I start replying to everybody with like, hey, it's not in Charlotte. It's like an hour and a half from Charlotte. And multiple people. Most people are like, they didn't want it, but we still had like 20, 30 people that are super interested. So I told everybody, look, this was Sunday, we got the contract. Monday, I'm replying to people's Facebook. And then Tuesday, I was like, whoever can show up Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. First person there with a $5,000 check and inside the contract, because so I gave 20. If I could get 5,000, I'm like, all right, I'm already 4,800 in the green, right? So they paid so when I got there, dude, there was a line of like 15 cars, bro, to get into
No
the property.
way,
Yeah, I got there
bro.
late. So, dude, so
Chill. That's
yeah, dude, for
wild.
me it was surreal, bro, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So, I mean, it's 'cause you got to remember, bro, this is like taking massive action, bro, right? It's like you don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it,
You're
right?
doing it, yeah.
So, first person in online, the first car there, I was like, okay, you're first, bro. Come on, let's talk. This guy named Noel is a very good friend of mine. Now at the point I didn't know him, obviously we showed him the property. Super cool guy. He liked it a lot, and we get to the end. He was like, "Okay, let's negotiate." And los hispanos, que like cuánto, like
Yeah.
cuánto lo menos, always, right? So he was negotiating. I kind of negotiated against myself at that point because I said, "All right, we'll give me 45." And this is where that part that I said earlier about bringing somebody with you
Yeah.
would have came in very handy, bro. Because if somebody with experience were there, they would have told you, like, dude, look at the line of cars
Yeah.
behind you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
go
don't
first.
take the first one.
Yeah.
But I did, bro. I did, and nobody was there to tell me. So I shook his hand. We did it. We're like, all right, we're going to the bank so you can get the $5,000 and we can sign the contract. Um, so I and that was Tuesday morning. So then after, I told everybody like, "Hey guys, sorry, he was first and he's buying
Yeah.
it." And the guy right behind him, he's like, "Dude, I'll give you guys 55,000. I'll give you $55,000 today." Like he had
Yeah.
$55,000 in cash with him.
No way.
Yes, and I had agreed at 45, so that was $10,000
Less. Yeah.
over what I had already agreed with this guy. And I promise $10,000 for me at that point would have made a huge difference, dude. But for whatever reason, bro, I couldn't do it. Even though I hadn't signed a contract with the guy, I hadn't, and he was there with me.
Yeah.
You can ask him yourself. He even told me, he's like, if you need to do it, do it. I get it.
Well, maybe you say you're still friend of him to this day, and at the end of the day, it's more important the relationship that you make. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you have made more deals throughout these 4 years with him, or maybe learn something. So the
No,
day, yeah, maybe it was 10,000 that you lost, but maybe you didn't lose 10,000. You gained more than that throughout these 4 years. I don't know.
no, yeah. So that's where I'm getting to, because he told me, like, dude, if you need to sell to him, sell to him. Like, I get
Yeah.
it. But something inside of me was like, I can't, dude. I shook on it already. Like that means something,
Well,
right?
congratulations, your first 7K.
Yeah.
For
Well,
real.
that's what I'm saying. So
Without knowing what you were doing, right? You
exactly.
took action. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's I took the two. Well, I ended up going with him, even though I had a higher offer. I got the $5,000, the contract, the $20, and the contract from this side. Took both the contracts to the attorney. 2 weeks later, he's like, "Hey, you're ready to go. Um, let's let's uh let's uh connect in like Tuesday or whatever." 2 weeks later, he hands me a check for $7,000, and that was it, dude. That was it.
No
So
way,
I was
bro.
like, I got back home with the check. I was like, Maria, this is like, we're done. Like at that point, she wasn't crying anymore because she saw how easy that was. And so that was it, dude. Like from there, and I do want to do a disclaimer, bro. Like most people's story won't be that easy. It won't be. And I don't know why my story was that easy. I don't know why it happened like that. I don't know. I can't tell you why. But what I can tell you is most people are going to take 6 to 12 months to get their first deal.
Gotcha.
And we went deal one first month. Second month we did like 2 deals. Next month we did like 3, and we just kept growing and growing, dude. At one point I was like, dude, is this legal? Like
Yeah,
how
I'm still gonna be
yeah,
June.
dude. So it's like, dude, I mean, the checks you would get from these things are just like,
Crazy.
I don't know what to do, bro. Like, most people make this in a year.
That's wild,
Yeah,
bro.
dude. So
Were you seeing success from the Facebook groups or like your second or third deals? Where were those?
just everything, bro. I was buying stuff on Craigslist. I was going buying stuff on Zillow. I was buying stuff from other agents. I would knock on doors. We would do everything, dude. Cold
Craigslist?
call. Yeah, like I still own a commercial deal that I bought on Craigslist. Owner finance, 0% interest. We're paying them $800 a month, and we're renting it right now for $2,300. Yeah, so like 0% interest. Remember, so those $800 are like a piggy bank, bro. Piggy bank. We're putting them into our own account. down the line.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's worth like a lot more than what I paid for it. So, yeah, dude, like there's deals everywhere. I'm saying people overcomplicate the
Yeah.
process
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot of the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
What do you think? I mean, what would you say to somebody who did want to get started? Where would you guide them to? Would you say just make some phone calls, post on Facebook groups? Because you said it right. There's people overcomplicate it. So, what would you say for somebody who wanted to get started? Like, hey, take this route.
Um, the biggest thing for me, dude, is like, okay, so you, I, and everybody else here watching, bro, and
Mm-hmm.
the people that are gonna be watching this podcast later on,
Yeah.
we're all gonna start in different places, right? So it's a loaded question because if I start now,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be completely different from when I started
That's
back
true.
then because I got different resources, different connections,
I
different.
see.
So I need to know that starting point, and I need to know where your goal is. Once we have the address for where we start and where we end, then the map we can make it pretty easy. But if it's just an overall generic question,
Or
dude,
like finding their first deal. Like you have
yeah,
somebody who has zero money, $120 in their bank account right now. It's like, man, I don't even know what to do right now. But
yeah.
I'm trying to. I looked at YouTube videos.
So we were talking about this, dude. About the whole before this podcast, we were walking to get coffee, right? And I told you guys you can drop me in any city in this country, and in a month I can make 20 grand,
Yeah,
30
you
grand,
did. You
right?
did. That's baller right there.
So with that being said, man, it's like I can do that because of the knowledge that I have, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the way, so that would mean, so give me $100, a cell phone, and drop me in any part of this country, right? And I'll do the rest. So what I would do there is first, figure out where the hell I'm gonna stay. It was pretty easy, bro. It's free spots to stay. If it's cold, then I'll find a place to stay. If it's warm, I'll probably stay outside somewhere, dude. Get some decent clothes from Goodwill, dude, which we can all do for very little money, less than $10. And
Boy,
then
it's raw, bro.
Hey, people, listen up,
Yo,
listen
keep
up.
going,
We're
bro.
about to
This is
teach you,
raw,
right?
bro.
nah,
Sheesh.
and then head to meetups, bro. Meetups, right? Because what's that meetups? You guys go to meetups,
Yeah.
agents,
Mhm.
investors, buyers, sellers, all the above. So I would make connections with everybody that knows that has something for sale. I would make connections with everybody that wants to buy stuff. And then I would just start negotiating, bro. I would see, okay, what do I have over here? I'm gonna start negotiating every property that you guys send me. I would put my email on all wholesalers' lists, get properties. What people don't know is Atlas Property Solutions buys about 2 to 4 deals from other wholesalers a month, bro.
Yeah.
And then we wholesale those deals, right? So, and those leads cost us $0 because they email them to us.
Got you.
So like for example, we just got one that locked up that we're gonna make about 15K on, dude. On top, but they're gonna make 15K, but
Yeah.
they don't even know we're making 15K.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like I would do the same process, but in any city I go to, because in any city we go to, there's gonna be investors, there's gonna be meetups, there's gonna be investor groups on Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram, all the above. So that's what I would recommend people do first. If you want to get started in this business, you got to know who's who. You got to make those connections. You got to you got to familiarize yourself with the number, with the contracts, with the terms like ARV,
Mhm.
because I didn't know any of that when I started, bro.
Yeah.
But I took massive action. Most people won't do that. Most people will be too scared to sign a contract without no money. Most people will be scared to, you know, negotiate. They won't be able to
Mhm.
do anything. They'll overanalyze it. Like I didn't know, bro. That's the thing. My first deal, oh, I didn't even tell you guys. After I, agreed to the lady with her on 38,000, I asked her. I was like, "Hey, what's your highest offer before mine?" She's like, "Oh, I was at 14K with somebody,
Oh, wow.
No
dude."
way,
But
bro.
that's where that knowledge comes
Yeah.
in. Like if I would go with, if somebody new goes with you right now, like you guys go with them,
Yeah.
they're like, "Dude, you can offer low, or offer
Yeah.
20K." She'll come back at 25.
Yeah.
And then on the back end, when we're selling it, we're not gonna sell it for 48 because that property was I probably could have sold that property for 80K, dude.
Yeah.
4
Sheesh.
acres, big
Yeah,
ass
yeah.
garage, big ass house, like 80K on the easy side, bro. Easy side. Like no,
Mhm.
now I probably would have sold that for between 70 to $80,000.
Yeah.
So if somebody that knew what they were doing, even if I would have split it with them, we would each have made like 30 grand, 20
Everybody would
grand.
have ate.
Yeah, dude. So like I made 7K by myself without knowing what I was doing. But if I would have took somebody to help me, or JV with, we would have made 20, 30K each.
That's wild, man.
Dude, so that's what I tell people. Don't be greedy, bro. Like, ask for help, make the connections. We can all make money in this business.
100%.
Yeah.
That's wild, man. And you talk about connect. You know, you said you go to a new city, you start making connections, and when we were talking off the air, you said one of the biggest reasons why you've grown, as one of them, right, had to do with the connections that you've made. You know, knowing people. You know, and I feel like a lot of times it's just like the hustle part, like going out there working, working, working. But you said it best, and maybe you can emphasize a little bit more, like how important having making those connections here have been to your business.
Dude, connections. I mean, we're the office we're in right now, the studio we're recording in, dude. It was because of connection I made, dude. Like, the what we're doing here, dude. It was an attorney that I met because we were texting him about buying this office, dude. And he's like, dude, I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy it. I don't want to sell it, but I'll rent it to you. And he gave us a great deal, dude. So now we're very good friends. We work very closely together. He actually ended up opening a real estate firm to help us out and do his own business. And he's happy, we're happy, we're all making right. But that started with that connection. Same things with the people, the lenders we're using, the private money. We have over $3 million of private money now. We have a lot of wholesalers and investors that we sell to and that we buy from because of those connections we make. Same thing with and it's not only from when we started, bro. Now we're doing a lot of bigger projects that are very, like, the connections we've made are very important, dude. So um the three things I always say, you know, everybody that comes to our event is action, education, and connections.
Mhm.
Those are the three most important things in any industry. If you ask me, dude, action, connections, and education. So they would change your life, bro. And most of those are free.
You
All of
never,
them are free.
yeah, you never know whose hands you shaking, right?
Mhm.
And I think that's
Mhm.
one of the biggest thing too. It doesn't matter what field you're in. We was talking to an agent yesterday who was coming in. She was like, either I was going to do lashes or real estate. I said, how are you planning on getting business with for lashes?
Yeah.
Seriously, getting to know people and social media. You know, so
Yeah.
it's the same thing. Whatever it is that you're trying to build,
Yeah.
you got to shake some hands.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. And that's the thing, dude. The people that you meet are going to be influential in anything you're doing, right? Same thing with the way the people you hang out with. Like, you guys heard the five people around you are going to dictate your future, right?
Yeah.
Like, show me your friends, I'll tell you your future type deal. I think that the connections you're able to make, man, the way you're able to, and it's also a big thing of that is like your mindset. Because if we're not on the same, you know, level, the same mindset level, then we're probably not going to be friends. I will never be disrespectful to somebody just because we don't get along, but we probably won't hang out on a day to day basis, right?
Hmm.
But I promise anybody that are around me and around my circle, we're going one way. That's up, man. And that's anybody that's with me, dude. Anybody.
Yeah.
So because I can't have people that are gonna drag us down or the people around me, dude.
Yeah.
You know? And
And
you guys been to our meetups, bro. Like, and I don't know if it happens naturally, dude, but we've had bad people come into our circle,
mhm.
and they automatically push themselves out, bro, because they see that they're not gonna, it's not they're the way they work won't work within that circle we have, dude. So
Is it like just random people or like people who want to invest?
just a little bit of everything, dude.
Gotcha.
A little bit of everybody has value, dude, in one way, shape,
Hmm.
or form, dude.
Yeah.
One way, shape, or form. It's just figuring out where people are gonna fit best at, and
Yeah.
see how we can, use each other to capitalize on any opportunity we have, dude.
Hmm.
But first, you gotta, like, be able to identify the opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, we've all seen you've heard about the red card theory, right?
What is that?
No.
No.
So look, if I ask you this, on the way here, dude, how many red cards
Oh,
did you see?
facts. He said, go ahead.
You know,
Yeah.
none, right? You didn't
Yeah.
see any
Yeah.
red card.
I go with the GPS. I'm
Yeah,
not paying
exactly.
attention.
But if I would have called you and said, "Hey, bro,
Yeah.
like, on the way here, take a picture of any red car you see, and I'm gonna give you $100 per car that you show me." How many red cars are you gonna see?
What, like a
Like
billion?
50,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, like 100, bro.
I go around.
100%.
You're gonna make 10 grand on the way here, bro.
100%.
But it's not. But do you think that it was because people added, like, just automatically started driving red cars, or you think you just
Ya uno se puso más pilas.
exactly, bro? You condition your mind to look for that, right? And that's the same way opportunities work. Like if your mind is not set to like look for those opportunities, they're gonna pass right by you. Kind of the opportunity of a lifetime is gonna pass you once a month, once a week, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not ready for it, you're just gonna move. It's gonna go right past you.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, that's really good.
100%.
That's really good. I like that.
Yeah, dude. So
Bro, I think your story is crazy. For real.
it's
And
only
and I
beginning, dude.
yeah, I know. I think it's good for people to hear. Maybe not how like how easy it was, right?
Yeah,
But I think for me, if you're able to change your perspective, like I think people could also
yeah,
take it as to like, I can do that.
yeah,
Like that it is possible. But knowing that you were, if it was all this soccer stuff that you were saying leading up to the dealership, leading up to like how much money you actually had when you were going out to make your first deal, to like seeing what you're at right now,
yeah.
and some of the things that you shared as far as like what you have planned for your brand, it's wild.
Yeah, dude. So
Can like you believe it sometimes, or like
nah,
sometimes.
dude. Like here's the thing. So I got business coaches now. I got advisors. I got a little bit of everything that because where we're headed to is not going to be easy, but it's going to be fun, dude. But so I got people around me that are helping me, and the thing is this: the mindset that I've had, I don't know where it came from, dude. I was born with it, like I said, from a very young age. Even at 14 years old, dude, I had a guy that would cut down trees for $200. He's like, any tree I'll cut down for you for $200. And he's yeah, a funny story with him. But I would knock on doors, find people that wanted the tree cuts. I would charge them $1,200, whatever whatever tree it was, bro. Whatever tree, I was like, dude, I'll knock down any tree for $1,200. And then I would get a few trees, bro, every month, and he would knock them down, dude. Yeah,
Bro, you was always on the
yeah,
move,
dude.
bro.
But that this is what I want you guys to know. Like, I I come from a poor family, dude. Rich and love, rich and like
Mhm.
but I don't know what poor feels like, dude. You know what I'm saying? I think
100%.
poor is a state of mind, dude. I think
Yeah.
if you feel poor, bro, listen, it's all up here because I don't think people know this, but I have eviction letters from my first apartment.
Yeah.
I'd have like 18 of those things, bro. In my first 3 months, I lived in that apartment with no electricity.
Yeah.
But at all that,
That's
bro, with
wild.
all that's happening, I never felt poor, bro. I was just like, this is part of it, bro. Like this, like I never felt bad about it. It's just like where I'm going, bro. Is this is what I got to do right now.
You embrace the circumstance and the
Yeah,
gram
dude.
and the
Like don't.
grind, bro. And I think that's where a lot of people fail, because I know Michael says it all the time. Like, you start making yourself a victim out of
Yeah,
the situation that you're at.
yeah,
You stop. You don't keep pushing. I was telling one of the girls yesterday, I was like, the only reason why you're not going to succeed is if you quit.
exactly. That's
If you
it, dude.
don't quit, no
And
matter what you go through, you're going to make it.
I mean, so think about it for you guys, bro. When has the like 'cause living with no electricity for 3 months, and I
That's
think
wild,
now,
bro.
bro, like I was young back then, dude. So I wasn't even like I never once I can't remember of a time where I'm like I got home and I'm like, fuck, dude, there's no electricity. I would just get home and do like it was normal, like right?
I've been through something like that
Yeah.
too. Mine,
So that's what I
mine
want to
was
know.
with the
Like,
water. Was with the water. So I had to go to Planet Fitness and I go to the gym, take the shower there, go get ready to work, get out of work, go to the gym, work out again, shower, go home. I do that for I'm like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Right?
but did you feel poor, bro?
No, I did not. I mean, I had to do what I had to
That's
do.
what but I
Yeah.
know so I know that, bro. But
Mhm.
like doing what you got to do, bro.
Mhm.
That's what I want people to know, and that's
Yeah.
why I keep asking you, bro. Like, poor, you didn't feel poor, bro. It
Mhm.
was just part of the process, right? Like,
I think it was part of the process, but I feel like my vision was bigger than that. That
yeah,
I know that eventually what I wanted to get, like same thing. That's why I think we relate a lot with you guys, because same thing is like, okay, it's just part of it, right? I know I had like I was telling them right when I started. I said you need money to make money in any business, right? And even with the relationship at the beginning, I didn't have no money when I started on the real estate, but I had to maybe take you out for coffee, right? Maybe sugar you a little bit out, but I didn't have money, right?
yeah,
I'd rather spend my money in take you out for a lunch because I know maybe that was gonna be a lead. Then
yeah,
I didn't have enough money to buy me a $1 burger. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So, but no, but I think part of the struggle is what built your
yeah,
character at the end of the day and not giving up, right?
yeah,
And again, it's that some people want to play victim and other people are going to embrace it.
yeah,
I choose to embrace it. You
yeah,
choose to embrace it,
yeah.
right? But man, this has been a great man. Again, man, Julio, thank you for having us here, man. I
Anytime,
think
bro.
like we
You guys
can
are
have like
welcome.
3 or 4 podcasts. I feel like we should definitely have another one where
Yeah, we
I
need
really want to
another
have
one.
Maria, because I know you mentioned Maria. We want people to know who Maria is. I do have some questions, but I don't want to get into that because this was more about,
You
I think letting you and letting people know that you can start in wholesale and real estate, maybe without money or maybe just little money, just having the
Very
right
little.
people around
Very
you,
exactly.
right? I
Exactly.
would tell people, if you're watching this, make sure to follow you,
Yep.
Julio, follow Am Legacy. I been in the business for 5 years. I seen you guys. I really, really, truly love what you guys doing. And I just want you guys to know that you guys got Gary and Associate support. So,
Awesome.
wish you guys a lot of success.
Yeah.
And I believe that everybody can win. Right? Like you said, you had this
Calibration.
wholesaler that sent you deal. He get his card, you get his card. At the end of the day, I feel like it's really important when you don't take advantage of people.
Yeah.
When you have the mindset that everybody can win. The moment you start getting greedy, I think you're just messing that for yourself.
Yeah.
It's helping everybody, and you do good. Good's gonna come back to you.
100%,
Exactly.
100%. Yeah, man, we're definitely going to need another one, because we didn't even get to your business.
Oh
You know what
no,
I'm saying?
no,
Like, there's
yeah.
just so much. Obviously, we need Maria in here too. We only got your story, pretty much of the background before you got into
Yeah.
wholesaling, and
Mhm.
and how you came up with your first deal. And I think at the end of the day, it's still important for people
Yeah.
to hear that story, because a lot of people don't realize, maybe what situations you were in, knowing that you went to cookout, how you remember it so vividly. I feel like you walked us through that,
Yeah.
and it's fire, bro. I think it's amazing. We got to give you your flowers for everything that you're doing, from your come up to where you're at right now. And like you said, everything that you told us of where you're going off the air, it's fire, bro. I think the my biggest takeaway is, put me in any city, and I'm gonna make it happen.
Oh yeah,
That's, to me,
that's the
that's like
mindset.
that's that dog, bro,
Yeah.
that a lot of people don't have, bro. So salute to you,
Thank you. Thank
for
you.
what you're doing, for having that hustle in you, because a lot of people don't have it, for embracing tough moments and being happy, bro. I think another big takeaway is being happy, having nothing. And
Exactly.
not a lot of people can do that, bro.
Enjoy the process, bro.
Enjoy the
Enjoy the
process.
process.
So we appreciate you a ton for inviting us to your space, for allowing us to do, our podcast here, at your
Anytime,
space.
bro.
But most importantly, man, we just want to pick up again, on another one, and now dive deeper into what you're really doing inside of the community, how you helping everybody out, what resources you guys have, what resources are to come, and everything that I Am Legacy is doing. So can you just tell people where people can follow you at?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So definitely follow us on any platform. I am Legacy and I am Legacy in Espanol for the Spanish and English. We're on Facebook,
Meetups.
Instagram, TikTok. Definitely come to our meetups. It's the last Tuesday of every month. We got some big player and this come in 2 weeks. You guys have to be there. And also, I do want to invite people to our yearly event. It's pretty big, man. It's gonna be
When is
epic.
that?
It's gonna be October 12th. It's
Where?
called here in Charlotte, dude.
Here in Charlotte?
Yep, here in Charlotte. It's gonna be called the Legacy event.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely want everybody to come out. All the details. If you guys want to message them, message us.
Okay.
We'll definitely send you guys the details so you guys can send it out as well. I would love to have your whole team out
We
there,
in
dude.
there, man.
We're gonna have some big things coming out, big
Okay.
people from all over the states.
Okay.
So yeah, dude. I mean, the biggest thing I can tell everybody, man, is take massive action, right?
Yes, sir.
Massive action. For 6 months, give up everything. Give up friends, give up, you're going out, give everything. But I promise you, those 6 months will put you 5 years into the future. But like
100%.
give up music, podcasts, education, only things that are gonna benefit you. Give up everything for 6 months, and I promise you, you will be 5 years in the future, man. So
Let's get
once
it.
again, thank you
My
guys.
boy,
Thank you.